Can electric cars really be the game changers we are hoping for? This question is being asked increasingly often these days, although no one seriously claims that electric cars alone will save the climate. They do offer a more eco-friendly alternative than combustion engines. However, the use of lithium, a crucial component in current electric cars, has faced substantial criticism. While some criticism may be justified, most of it is completely unfounded. Let's talk about some facts. The majority of the world's lithium is mined in Australia. Companies in Chile mainly use the classic evaporation process to extract lithium from cellulose by pumping highly concentrated salt water to the surface and letting it evaporate in the sun. The lithium salts then accumulate, making it an energy-efficient process that requires no fresh water. Fresh water is only used later in the process to dissolve various salts needed to wash the final product. This method consumes approximately 1,300 liters per electric car. However, to put things in perspective, approximately 15,000 liters of fresh water are needed to produce 1 kilogram of beef. But of course, some places don't have a lot of fresh water. Why are we even talking about electric cars? To reduce our reliance on oil. Every year, 3 million tons of oil end up in our oceans, polluting 3 billion liters of water. That's way more than the impact of lithium mining or making electric cars. Just think about the damage caused by oil extractions, like clearing forests in Canada and polluting the Amazon rivers. Also, the rising cost of oil has led to the industry exploring previously untouched natural areas and using increasingly harmful extraction methods. What remains are desolated landscapes with poisonous and sulfur peaks. Criticizing electric cars because of lithium mining does not seem to be about environmental protection, but instead about preventing the adoption of electric cars. Real environmentalists should be pointing out the harm caused by regular cars: oil spills, environmental damage, and lots of CO2 emissions. It's time to stop blaming electric cars and start working towards a cleaner future. Now, let's look at the numbers. We currently make about 100,000 tons of lithium each year. By 2040, when all new cars might be electric, we might need 2 to 4 million tons of lithium a year. But here's the thing. We use about 1 billion tons of oil every year for our current cars. It's not a perfect comparison, but we have to admit that oil in regular cars are just not sustainable. The good news is that we can recycle the metals in batteries, unlike burning oil. In fact, the EU is already regulated by law that certain shares of metals in rechargeable batteries must be obtained from recycling processes by 2030. Even if mining for copper and lithium often takes place in areas with increased water stress, and minerals necessary for the energy transition are often found in specific areas of the Earth, we cannot ignore climate change and continue to rely on oil for road transport. Instead, we should tighten regulations to ensure that locals also benefit from exporting mineral wealth. Lithium can be an opportunity for the development of a better quality of life. Experts agree that electric cars save CO2 emissions after just a few thousand kilometers compared to regular cars. The production of batteries is becoming more efficient due to economies of scale and new manufacturing processes. There are also other options to consider, such as sodium-ion batteries. They are like lithium batteries, but without using lithium, cobalt, or nickel. They use more accessible and cheaper materials without geopolitical issues. In a few years, they could end the debate of critical materials for electric cars. Let's not lose sight of the big picture. While it's fair to worry about the environment with electric cars, we have to weigh it against the harm caused by our current reliance on oil. Switching to electric vehicles is a chance for a cleaner, better future. It's about finding solutions, not just pointing out problems.